Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And I'm back with another recap of I Got a Story to Tell, only on BET Plus, episode 2, Gas Station Pill, starring Young Jock and Delicious. So Young Jock plays this guy named Julius, and Delicious plays, her real name is London Santana. She plays this girl named Renee. So Julius is this gamer, and he's online with his friend Nico playing some type of Call of Duty game or whatever the case may be. And I guess it goes to break or he dies or whatever. So after that, he gets up and he starts looking in his fridge or whatever to see what he got to eat. Who just opens up and eat a piece of cheese? Like, not me. And it's not even the good cheese. It'd be that processed cheese that got the the wrapper on it. Ugh, don't nobody eat that cheese, but whatever the case it be. So he eats a piece of cheese. He goes to drink some of the milk, come to find out the milk is spoiled. And then he was like, nah, I don't want this. And he puts the spoiled milk back in the refrigerator. Who does that? Just pour the joint out. And he eats a piece of cheese, throw the rest of it on the counter. And then he ends up getting dressed and goes to the gas station. So to get some snacks. So he's looking around for these Doritos Cool Ranch. I've never been a fan of Cool Ranch Doritos. I only eat the regular and the spicy nacho. But anyways, they ain't got no Cool Ranch Doritos. He asked the owner of the store, which is by the name of Fat Boy Stacks, whatever the case may be. And he starts picking out some other snacks. He was like, if we don't got it on the rack, then we ain't got it in the back. So he starts picking up some other snacks, and he goes to the freezer, and he takes out a case of Bud Light. And as he's backing up, he ends up bumping into this girl. Her name is Renee, and she went off for him. And then after he finished gathering all his stuff, she's in line and he's in line behind her. And he was like, listen, I just want to apologize for what happened back there. She was like, if you not leave me alone, I ain't got time to talk to you today. Just leave me the F alone. And she goes to pay for her stuff and leave. And then she asks for like a blunt and some from weed paper to get to roll up on. And she told the guy, I need some frontal leaves. And he was like, it's so funny. He pulled out a weave and was like, listen, I got some frontal weave right here. Like, she's like, do I look like I buy my weave from a gas station? And she ended up paying for her stuff and she left. So Julius starts paying for his stuff. And he said, and Stacks was like, I got this pill for you. I got these new pills that came in. And, you know, that can help you, whatever. So Julius also told him about how his escapades were going and they wasn't going too well. So eventually Julius paid for his stuff. The guy gave him this pill. He put it in his bag anyway, and Julius left him at home. So Julius went back home, got back on the game, started eating his snacks, whatever the case would be. He ended up dying again. So he decided, I still got this pill. Let me go ahead and try it. So he goes in the bathroom. He's really contemplating on whether to take it or not. So he waited like a few minutes or so. Next thing you know, he takes the pill and drinks water from the faucet in the bathroom. And next thing you know, he starts going through these changes. He's basically coughing all over the place. It's like strange out of body experience. And eventually, a few minutes later, he wakes up this new person. Like, the guy, he went from like I would say a couch potato to a guy with a six-pack. Hair done got clean cut, got facial hair, got pecs, six-pack, a big thing. He went from this to this, like, in a matter of seconds. It got supposed to be like some Viagra male extends pill for guys, but it transformed his whole body. New look, younger guy, everything. So he decided to come up with a new name. He was going to do Big J. He was like, nah. He about to do J Smooth, nah. JB, nah. Then he went with Jules. He was like, yeah. So he decided to create a whole new sneaky link account, and he put his new name up there, and he started to do new pictures. So it was like, I got a thing for this girl. So the one girl that he tried to do a link up with before as Julius declined him because she thought he was corny and he wasn't looking how he's supposed to look. So once he did it as Jules, the girl replied and she was like, So they decided to meet up, and he cleaned up the house. He realized that Julius was a slob as Julius. But as Jules, he was a clean bachelor pad guy. Like, he cleaned up the place, had it smelling good, whatever the case be. He jumped in the shower. As soon as he got out the shower, the doorbell rang, and it happens to be the girl, Nikki. And he got plans for her. He was like, listen, I'm going to show this girl. Like, you turned me down, but then you want to reply. Because, yeah, I got something for you. So, just as the girl comes in, a few minutes later, there's a knock on the door. It's his friend, Nico. And he's like, well, where's Julius at? He was like, listen, I'm about to go get these drawers. I'm his cousin from the shy. And I'll just let you know you stop by. He ends up closing the door and gets back into it with the girl. So he wants her to unwind, drink some shots. She was like, listen, I rather prefer back shots. So next thing you know, they end up doing the do. And I guess something happened. He was like, listen, I'm going to show you. And I guess they took a break or whatever. And he goes to the bathroom. Next thing you know, he got blood coming down his nose. And he's not making sense of what's happening. His body is still going through the changes from the pills, whatever. So he eventually gets her to leave out the house. She was mad as ever. And then he gets dressed or whatever, and he goes down to the gas station again. Hold on. So, yeah, he goes back down to the gas station again, and he asks Stacks for some more pills. He was like, listen, you're going to have to pay me for that. 100 for that one I gave you, and then 100 for that one. He was like, dang, you tried to get me out of this? Like, I thought that one was on the house. But eventually, he paid the guy the $200, and he got another pill. So, he got another link from the Sneaky Link app, and come to find out, it was the girl Renee from the gas station that, you know, they had a little altercation with. So, eventually, he told her, like, listen, you want to link up tonight? She was like, yeah, sure. And he asked her, you pick the spot. So they met up at V Lounge. And, you know, had drinks, having a good time. And then, next thing you know, they end up back at her place. And they end up doing the do. He enjoyed it. And the rest was history. The next morning came. I guess he's snoring really loud and she don't do snoring. So she kept trying to tell him, like, listen, calm down with the snoring. Like, let's let it be. Like, relax, calm down. So she eventually gets him like that. You snoring like a bear. She taps him and tells him, like, listen, calm down with the snoring. And she ends up pulling the cover off of him. Come to find out, she was like, oh, hold up. What are you doing here? You the guy from the gas station. Like, oh my God, you tried to rape me. And he's not processing. He's just like, no. So eventually, worst came to worst. He ends up getting her by grabbing her by her arm and pushing her onto the bed. And, you know, he ends up choking her to the point where she passed out and she died. So eventually he just gathers all his stuff and he runs out of her place while her friend, because her friend came to knock on her, asking like what time you come in. And next, you know, all you see him is just running out the house with just his boxers and socks on, running down the street. And I guess you didn't see nobody outside, but he just running down the street. He ends up going back to his house because the pill don't wore off, so he's now back to Julius instead of Jules. So now, Julius is panicking, and he's like, listen, he has to put his clothes back on. He goes back to the daggone gas station. He was like, listen, I need another pill. The guy was like, Stacks was like, listen, you need to chill out. These have side effects. Like, you're doing it too much. Like, you're a junkie right now. Like, let it go. Just chill out. Take a breather. He was like, listen, he's like, you don't even know what the side effects are. He was like, yeah, I know, runny nose, nose bleeds, whatever. I just need another pill. So he ends up giving him his last pill. He pays him $100 for that. So he goes back home. Next thing you know, his friend Nico comes in and was like, dang. He was like, listen, I came over here. I called you a couple of times. And then there was some guy here with some girl. He was like, listen. The guy, and Julius was like, listen, you acting like, no. Nico was like, you acting like you killed somebody. You acting weird. So that's when Julius took the pill and was like, listen, I'm going to show you something. He goes into the bathroom and he closes the door, has the water in it. And Nico was like, Julius, open the door. Open the door. Next, you know, Julius, he takes the pill or whatever. And he was like, Julius, open the door, open the door, open the door. Next, you know, Julius opened the door. He was like, hey, that's you. He was like, listen, this pill I've been taking, it basically makes me somebody I'm not. He was like, listen, we got to get out of here. I just found out I killed a girl. And now they're on the run. They're supposed to be going somewhere. I think they ended up stopping at Nico's house. But they also got pulled over by the cops. So, as they're sitting there waiting in the car, the officer comes up to Nico, asks for his license and registration. Nico gives it to the guy, and he goes back to the cop car to check. And Nico tells Julius, your nose is running. And he was like looking for some tissue, whatever. I guess the guy could sense from the car that something was going on. So he gets him the tissue, wipes his nose, whatever, in case it be, puts it back down. And then the cop comes back and was like, listen, you're good, but can y'all two get out of the car, hands on the hood, and pop the trunk? So they both get out the car. He has his hood down, his hat on. Julius has his hat on, but turned down some, so he can't really see nothing. So the cop checks the car, whatever, everything is good. Y'all two have a great, nice day. And they get back in the car and they go back to his house. And then, come to find out, somebody posted a video of Julius running out the house, down the block naked like that. And now everybody knows that he killed the girl's roommate's friend. And now, basically, the cops is on to him. So, they end up going back to the gas station asking for some more pills. Stacks give him another set of pills. Some more different type of pills. And he was like, this is better. He was like, listen, these are good. These will last a little bit longer. And you got to take this with whoever you're with. That way, basically, y'all can fill it together. So, after that, Julius was pressuring Nico to take the pill. He didn't want to take it. But next thing you know, I guess Julius put it into his drink. They switched bodies. And the cops came and end up arresting Nico because he looked like Julius. Basically, they swap bodies. And Nico is in Julius' outfit and hat and stuff. And then basically the cops take Nico away because he looks like Julius. And he was like, listen, my name is Nico Jackson. I didn't do this. They didn't want to hear it. They took him. They arrested him. Then next you know, that was that. Eventually, the pills wore off. And Nico is back home playing on the game. And then he also signed up for the Sneaky Link app. And then he also had one of the pills that Julius left and was like, yeah. So basically he's going to try it out, see if he can be like Julius. This was a good one too, but not too much going on here. So yeah, I wish they would have really saw like, you know, that he really killed the girl, but whatever the case may be. This was a good one. I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. Like I said, you can check it out on BET+. It's called I Got a Story to Tell. So far, so good. I have not been disappointed. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.